Boom! Ski Studios in the house. It's your motherfucking favorite TV show. What do you want, huh? Who's buying? Who's selling? Not me, because I'm clean. Not 100% yet, man. And it's like, dude, I'm not joking, man. It's like an embarrassment because every week, I'm like, yo, this is my last week. And then, man, it's like embarrassing. You know what I mean? I should be off by now. But I'm still small. Every time it's smaller and spaced out farther apart. What can I say? That's just Suboxone for all you guys don't know. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys already seen a video or two because you're coming back. You know what I mean? I ain't got 100 million views. Might have like 25, 30. But whatever. How we doing? I gotta admit, man, I'm faking it right now because I ain't feeling the fucking best. I gotta tell you that right now. I'm feeling all right though because I'm getting through. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Still not smoking. So you gotta give me that one. Come on, can I get a little bit of credit? Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, dude, I got no energy, headache. Even the depression kicks in a little bit too. But I started like doing push-ups again, couple squats here and there, couple pull-ups. Kid is back. Not yet. Almost back. Like I got my hand on the doorknob, you know what I mean? I might even be peeking around the corner. But anyways, it is what it is. Couple things I could talk about, but I'll tell you, man, I don't feel like I normally feel yet. And it's like, it's already been Tuesday, so Friday to Tuesday, I'm not even, like, from missing days and whatever, I'm still not even back up yet. Like, I'm not even adjusted to this. And this is an eighth of a milligram, so 0.125. And I believe it can really only be cut one more time, and hopefully I won't even have to do that, but I don't know. I don't even want to say it because I feel like I'm jinxing myself every freaking time. So anyways, whatever. Yeah, man, I'm back. And I'll tell you though, like, I still got my mind going and I'm going to the good spot. You know what I mean? I'm headed there. I'm on my way. I'm coasting down the hill. It keeps, every time, like, right when I get to the end, it starts to lift up a little. It's like an optical illusion. You think you're at the top of the hill, and then it's like, oh, you're going down. Oh, nope, there's another hill that just came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. And it's crazy. I didn't even know, like, how to get into this shit, how I normally get into it. But whatever. Like, couple things I've been thinking about. And I don't know. I think I went to last week. One of the people that was speaking, they were talking about, like, acid and shit. And it's like, acid had a huge part of my life. I don't know if you guys seen the video where I freaked out at my friend's campground. But there was another time, right? And I gave this kid a couple. I hope I didn't tell this one, dude. My memory's terrible, so if it's like the same exact story, I'm sorry. But who knows? Who knows if these people this could have been a long time ago, or I might not even brought it up. But there was a kid, right? And actually, rest in peace to him. I'm not gonna. His name was Sean, but I'm not gonna say his whole name. But he died from an overdose too. So rest in peace to him, his family, and everything. But so anyways, right, we were at a keg party. This is like high school, you know what I mean? He used to have a friggin' Honda Accord, golden one, like I think it was like a 5-speed or something. And he was throwing a kegger, and I traded him a drop for a cup, and I accidentally, I'm pretty sure I told this part, but he's like, he spits it out, and I'm like, I go, yo, what are you doing, bro? He's like, dude, you just dumped that in my mouth. And I'm looking at my thing. I had it in a sweet breath bottle. It was like liquid. So, like, friggin', I'm holding it up. And it was fucking empty. Dude, there must have been over 100 drops in there. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I told him to get to the hospital. But, it's crazy the shit you do. I was on 6 drops myself. And 6 drops is a lot. I used to say probably 2 to 3 drops would equal the 10 strip. You know what I mean? And, oof. And, me and a couple of my friends were out there, and, I don't want to say what this is, but we're tripping our balls off. And we're up there, right? And, you know, there was a fight. Dude, there was a huge kegger going on. And then all of a sudden, we look around, it's just us. Everybody left. Because the kid that I gave the drops to, once that shit kicked in, he took off with the keg and everybody left with him. So we're up there, you know what I mean? We're tripping, dude. And, we lit a fire. And, this guy comes up on a fucking, it was a regular fire. And this guy rolls up on a golf cart. He's like, oh, you guys got to put the fire out, da-da-da-da. I'm coming up to make sure it's out. So whatever, he's talking to us for a second. I don't know how, dude, when you're, tripping, it's very hard to talk to people. And it's sometimes I wonder, I'm like, I don't know if you ever took it, but you start to wonder, is this shit gonna, is it gonna wear off? You know what I mean? That's how I had a couple bad trips, but one of them was I thought the shit was, leaking out of the shit, and I started sealing it up with, plastic and put my light underneath it to try to seal it because I'm thinking it's leaking out on my leg. I'm like, I'm tripping way more harder than I'm supposed to be. And it's it's not just the visuals, it messes with your mind too. So we're up there at the hill, at this big top of this hill, and the guy came up, puts the fires out, and then one of the kids I'm with is like, yo, fuck that guy, man, we need to light a fire up. And fucking lit a fire back up, and I'm gonna tell you this, the wind just blew, and it was fall time, and fucking around now, dude, and fucking leaves just went everywhere, and we're trying to get it out, and dude, it was bad, bro. It was woof, dude, there was no way we were getting it out. So at this point, we figured, fuck this, cut our losses, let's get the fuck out of here, because it's dude, it's I'd say maybe a half a mile into the woods, but it's a long time ago, dude, so I can't tell you exactly. But I'm like, and I'm looking back as we're running back, you know what I mean? And I feel like I could see the glow, and I'm like, fuck. It's fucked up, man, because, I didn't do it, and I don't know who did, but it's fucked up, man, really, dude, because, but it wasn't. Who knows, dude? You know what I mean? Look at that campfire in California. Look what that turned into. Thank God this didn't happen. That shit got put out, I guess. But I know it did. And so then later on in that day, we end up at one of my friends' houses that we were with, And I'll tell you this, dude. I'm going to admit this, man. When I was using drugs and drinking, man, I drove, man, and it was terrible. Acid, definitely shouldn't be driving on acid. If there's one drug, well, there's multiple drugs you shouldn't be driving on any of them, but acid is probably the worst. But we got to his house in one piece, and we get there, and one of my friends had two brothers, right? And he's like, oh, some of them want some. And he had a brother that was a year younger than him, and I sold him a couple. And he had another brother that was younger, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be giving this to him. He's kind of young, and he wasn't wicked young. He was in high school, but and he's like, no, he wants it, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm putting this on you, man, because I don't know. I'm having trouble coming up with a clear conscience. And friggin', I don't know, time goes by, and he's just rolling, his mother's calling him in. And he's rolling around on the ground. I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck, man? He's like, oh, man, you shouldn't have gave it to him. I'm like, bro, you told me to give it. You argued with me to give it to him. You know what I mean? And it's fuck, man. Dude, the thoughts of, with acid are, what it does to you. It's you feel like you got hit by nuclear waste. You know what I mean? And it's yeah, stuff is moving and everything's moving. But, dude, at one point when you take, more, you're in, alternative universes. And, you just, I don't know, around here, man, they always talk about a kid that thought he was a glass of orange juice. And if he laid down, he'd spill out and die. And, it sounds like a joke, dude, but it's true. And most of you guys probably heard this shit, too. It's the person that got stuck in a trip. And I looked that shit up, and I don't know, man. I've heard of it kicking off schizophrenic shit. People that are schizo that are likely to get it, that have it in their family. If you're one of those people, I say don't do it, but if you're one of those people that got that shit in your family, definitely don't do it. Because I'll tell you what, you might never come back to normal. And they say that the same exact thing with high potency weed. like marijuana that's over 20 or 25% or 30%. I know for a fact over 30. The dabs, all that shit, man. It's no good for you if you got that mental type of shit going for you. You know what I mean? I know, like, I don't know. It's just it's a fucked up situation, man, you know? And this kid, man, like, his mother's calling him, and I'm like, fuck, I felt terrible. But I saw him the next day, bro, and he was fine. So, and he didn't complain about it or nothing, but I'll tell you what, I fucking didn't like it. That shit put me into a fucking bad trip, because now it's like, I want to get out of here. Next thing you know, they'll be blaming me. Dude, if I ever had to be interrogated on acid, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because it's hard. You can't even trust yourself sometimes when you're on a high enough dose. And that was a high dose. 6. Can only imagine what happened to that kid that took the fucking half a bottle. Whole bottle, dude. The whole bottle, dude. There might have been like 5 drops. You know, obviously I had a couple drops for these people. You know what I mean? It wasn't the complete, but it was close. Because it looked like it was full when I was holding it up to the fire. And I realized it ain't full, it's empty. You know, and thank God I came back. Because it's like, dude, one time I was in a trip and I was like, man, we're people and we lock each other up and put people in jail. We could just order food. What animals do you see doing that shit? You know what I mean? You ever see an alligator ordering a pizza? I don't think so. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You know? It's so crazy because when I started this channel, like a lot of the shit I said, the very first one I had, we were talking about the jab, and I got a friggin' strike for it, the very first video I did. And it got erased. It wasn't even up 10 minutes, and the thing was I already got a strike on my channel. So you get 3 strikes and you're off of this shit. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't make no money off of this shit, but I'll tell you, like, it would suck because all my videos would be gone, because they just erased the video and it's gone. I think I have it somewhere in my Google shit, but it doesn't matter. I can't put it up here anyways. And the thing that's crazy, everything I said that was controversial is all true. If you wear something covering your face, it doesn't really do nothing. The thing, you get the jab, people still get sick. It doesn't do anything. All those people, we gotta flatten this curve and all this BS. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I just can't believe, like, the amount of people that fell for that. And there's still people that do fall for it. You know, and it's crazy because I understand that this is kind of a political type thing, and I know political probably cuts more people off because they don't want to hear me talking about, you know, one side and the other. But it's like, look at this Israel shit. You know, they went in there and got like a dance, there was a dance rave for people going for peace, and they went in there and killed a bunch of people. One of the girls they got on there, I can't remember what her name is, but it's got a picture of her dance, and then it's got a video of her being tracked out on like a wagon, you know, and she's dead, and everybody's spitting on her. Bro, that is evil. You know what I mean? She's like a kid, you know, maybe 20 years old, dude. And it's like, you know, I'm lucky, man, I made it this far. Fuck it, right? What do you want from me, huh? What the fuck do you want from me, huh? All I can do is kick you a little bit of knowledge, some of the shit that I know, you know what I mean? But, and it's like, you think about the way that we withdrew out of Afghanistan. And I actually listened to Rogan a little spot earlier, and he was talking about how we left all that shit in Afghanistan. Wouldn't it be weird if you were really wanting to wear a tinfoil hat on this one? You could say, we left all that shit there, so because what are they gonna do with it? They're gonna attack us, and then we gave that $6 billion for 5 people. And the day that it got released to Iran, the next day is the day which was when this shit popped off. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but I'm going to tell you this. I still think we shouldn't get involved with it, because if we get involved with it, it's just more of the Ukraine shit. You know what I mean? The Ukraine shit starts dying down. Now let's pick up in Israel. You know what I mean? Like, and let's be honest, Biden ain't got his shit straight, dude. I'm still saying it's weekend at Bernie's at the White House. That dude's like standing up there. He don't know, do I go right? Do I go left? He starts walking into the curtain behind him. Dude, there's no door back there, motherfucker. Come on, bro. You're making us look like fools. Come on, man. We need to toughen up, bro. This shit doesn't look tough. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, drugs, like that's one thing that really helped me think about quitting them drugs. It's like drugs is a weakness, man. They say it's a crutch, bro, but that shit ain't no crutch, man. It's not helping you, bro. It's just not helping, man. You think, like, mentally, you think that you're doing better for a second. But, like, when you know what I mean? Like, and the shit don't even, and it's like you look up and you wash your face and it's like, dude, I'm in a fucking shithole place in a shithole city. People are dying all around me. It's like I lost more people than I got left. But, I'm really working it, man. I'm getting there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'll tell you, I'm almost 4 months in, and, I don't know. I'm right near 4 months if I ain't at it. I didn't look at the days. I gotta be close. It's gotta be within a week. I'll be 4 months. But, like, dude, I'm still doing the meetings and shit, whatever, bro. Like, yeah, it seems like, I'm spending all this money on Ubers and all this shit, but it's like, I'd be spending way more on drugs. My mind wasn't right. Bro, I was just down, dog. I was down like a motherfucker. And now I'm like, I ain't gonna say I'm up, man, because I'm just coming off of this shit, man. I'm kind of depressed. But not wicked depressed. Definitely not the level I was at when I wanted to quit. Not that fucking level. And I know that I am doing better than I was doing like a week or two ago just because of the fact. Sometimes I feel like I ain't, but I'll tell you what, man, I've been doing push-ups every single fucking day. I'm pretty sure I've done them every day the last week. I'm not saying a lot, you know what I mean? I started off maybe 15, 30, Today I'm not really keeping track, but I did a couple sets of 20, at least a couple sets of 15, and maybe more than that. So, like, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you need all that shit to be together. So, if you ain't against me, if you ain't with me, you against me. All you guys remember Beans. Beans. Fucking state property. Yo, the first time I ever seen that shit, right? Like, I was smoking weed. I'm like, yo, this shit is so fake. It's not fake, though. People do shit like that. You know what I mean? Remember that dude that got in the courthouse? Friggin' took the God's gun and started just popping people off. Yo, here's a story. Like, I shouldn't have said that word, but I did. The dude got the hammer, right? Like, yo, this is back in the day, right? And I'm chilling in Haverhill. Obviously, that's where I grew up. So, like, we're out there, we're in the street spot, and this kid's like, yo, I got this 22, and it looked like this rusted up thing. Like, yo, it looked like, yo, if that hammer, it was a revolver, it looked like the hammer hit, it was just gonna, like, blow the gun up. So the dude's riding on his bike, right? And he's like, yo, I'm gonna shoot that stop sign. So he rides up to it. And right as he's like, he's got it at the, dude, a cop comes around the corner. He friggin' I don't know how the cop didn't see him. But I'll tell you, not even 1 minute later, he rolled back by, boom, blew the stop sign. I couldn't believe it still worked, bro. I'm like, bro, that thing probably got bodies on it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, who just leaves one right in the side of somewhere? You know what I mean? Someone just found it. It's crazy, huh? I don't know how good this one was, because I'll tell you, I don't feel like my normal motherfucking self, but I'm a little bit better. You know what I mean? A little bit better than yesterday. So, whatever, it is what it is. I hope you guys have a great day. Smile. Cause listen, right? Hey, I got a friend, right? And I was saying, if you don't, if you're not having fun, or at least some part, obviously your whole life ain't gonna be fun every day. You know what I mean? But if you at least, you gotta have some fun in your life. You gotta have something to look forward to. You gotta look, at some point you're smiling. Some part you gotta be singing or smiling, joking with your friends or something. Because if you don't have that, what do you got? You know what I mean? Like, I bet I could be a billionaire, but if I ain't got no friends and no one to laugh with or have fun with, what's the point of living? To be honest with you, straight up. You know what I mean? I was actually listening, before, dude, I was listening to that book, The 48 Laws, and it was like talking about isolation. And when you're at the top, you don't want isolation. And it was talking about two Chinese people, and one guy isolated himself from everybody. And what they ended up doing was there was only a couple people that could talk to him a couple times a week, and the people got together. And and I don't know if they killed him or he died. It's been a little bit since I listened to it, but when he died, they ended up acting like he was still alive, and they were just running the stuff because nobody, he didn't even know what was going on. Back then, there wasn't TVs. You know what I mean? I believe this was before Genghis Khan. It was called, I ain't gonna remember it, and the video's like pretty much over. So, I hope all you motherfuckers are smiling, having fun, doing what you gotta do. Hey, do a little curl or something, you know what I mean? Work out, smile, do what you gotta do. Peace.